The first blow. The galaxy had watched empires rise and collapse for millennia. Yet it was not war but arrogance that sparked the day everything changed. The Zerith Dominion, ancient and cruel, had long amused themselves by crushing lesser civilizations. Their latest target was not humanity itself, but a human ally, a colony of the Sorethi, a frail but brilliant people who had placed their faith in trade with Earth. The Zerith descended upon the Sorethi homeworld like carrion birds. Their warships blotted out the sun, broadcasting their triumph across the stars. Cities burned in cold silence. Fields turned to glass. When terrified civilians begged for mercy, the Dominion fleet commander laughed, his voice dripping with contempt. Let humanity watch this fire. Let them learn their place. Transmission feeds replayed the massacre. Children incinerated in the arms of their parents. Evacuation craft torn apart by plasma lances. Even the planetary envoy from Earth, a lone human diplomat, was executed live, his body cast into the dust as an example. The Zerith believed the message was clear. Earth was to remain silent, cowed, and irrelevant. The celebration of arrogance. In the Dominion's high halls, victory feasts were held. Goblets of burning liquor clashed, commanders boasting of how quickly the Deathworld apes would cower. Humans are talk, one admiral sneered. They play with words, not war. Across neutral worlds, the galaxy whispered the same. Earth would protest, perhaps sanction, but never fight. Humanity was described as young, naive, idealistic, too fragile to bear the burdens of true conquest, too civilized to answer barbarism with barbarism. The Dominion's propaganda spread everywhere. Footage of burning Sorethi cities, spliced with images of the human envoy's corpse, captioned with cruel slogans. This is Earth's protector. This is their strength. This is their silence. The galaxy believed the lie. The silence before the storm. But Earth did not speak. For 3 days nothing came. The diplomatic channels remained cold. No retaliation fleets appeared. No threats, no warnings. The Dominion laughed louder, confident that humanity's restraint was weakness. Their fleets dispersed back to their borders, unprepared for reprisal. But silence was not surrender. It was the breath before the storm. Deep beneath the oceans of Earth, shipyards older than most empires groaned awake. In hidden dry docks circling Jupiter, black-hulled dreadnoughts powered their cores. Lunar silos opened, releasing squadrons of warcraft never before revealed to alien eyes. Comms officers across the Sol system passed a single, chilling phrase through encrypted networks. Guardian Protocol Omega, all fleets mobilize. The awakening of Earth's armory. The galaxy had known Earth built fleets for defense, but none had seen the scale of its true arsenal. From Titan's methane seas rose ships larger than mountains, bristling with rail cannons the size of skyscrapers. From orbital slipways drifted carriers, each capable of launching entire air forces. Even Mars, long a silent frontier, lit up with launch streaks as hidden arsenals birthed missile storms that eclipsed the horizon. The black flag of Earth's United Command was raised in orbit, a star split by a blade of iron, a symbol that had never before been broadcast. Messages rippled outward, not to request peace, not to negotiate, but to announce one fact with finality. Humanity does not forget. Humanity does not forgive. The Sorethi are under our protection. The galaxy will learn what that means. The first retaliation. The Dominion never saw them coming. Their garrisons at the Sorethi frontier, still drunk on victory, awoke to shadows blotting out their suns. Human dreadnoughts emerged from void-fold gates, silent as executioners. The first strike was surgical. Dominion fleet yards reduced to molten slag in minutes. Orbiting fortresses shattered into raining fire. Cities that cheered the massacre now trembled as orbital bombardments rained down like divine punishment. Dominion commanders screamed into comms, demanding negotiations. Their signals went unanswered. Humanity did not reply. Humanity struck. Across the void, their silence was the loudest answer the galaxy had ever heard. Fear across the stars. Neutral empires watched in horror as the broadcast shifted. Where once they had seen laughing Dominion admirals, now they saw Dominion fleets burning, crews venting into the void, command stations collapsing under kinetic strikes that hit with the force of falling asteroids. Alien news networks struggled for words. Their anchors whispered phrases unheard for centuries. This is extermination. The humans are not fighting for victory. They are fighting for justice. In trading halls, one proud species trembled. The idea of humanity as fragile was dead. In its place was something colder, heavier, unstoppable. The Dominion crumbles. Within weeks, entire sectors of the Dominion collapsed. Human fleets did not occupy, they annihilated. Every shipyard, every armory, every base tied to the massacre was scoured clean. Their soldiers moved like storms, deploying shock troops whose armor made them gods among mortals. Plasma fire splashed harmlessly against shields. Railgun rounds ripped fortresses apart. Stories spread of lone human strike teams dismantling whole battalions in silence, of dreadnoughts blotting out constellations as they drifted overhead, of entire planets falling quiet in terror as orbital shadows darkened their skies. The Dominion begged. They sued for ceasefire. They even offered tribute. Humanity answered with the same silence until the last Dominion fleet was ash. Retribution without mercy. It was not war, it was judgment. The Dominion's central world, Zerithos, once the jewel of their empire, awoke to find its defense grid hacked, its skis already occupied. The human fleet encircled the planet like a steel noose. From orbit, Earth's commanders broadcast one sentence to the entire galaxy. This is what becomes of those who prey on the weak. The bombardment began. Continents burned, seas boiled, the capital's grand spires toppled in avalanches of glass and fire. When it was over, Zerithos was a black scar, its proud cities reduced to glowing ruin. No one cheered, no one celebrated. Humanity did not gloat, did not boast. They acted, and then they were silent again. The galaxy holds its breath. In the aftermath, a void of silence fell across the stars. Survivors of the Dominion whispered their disbelief, that a species once mocked as too young had dismantled an empire older than their written history. Neutral powers, once smug in their safety, dared not speak. They turned off their propaganda feeds. They purged their records of every insult against Earth. In hushed tones, one phrase began to echo in every senate, every council chamber, every pirate cove. Never provoke Earth. Ex-humanity's new burden. When the fleets returned home, no victory parade awaited them. Humanity did not demand submission from others. They did not seize new territory. They did something far more terrifying. They declared guardianship. Earth announced that any who struck the weak would answer to humanity. Any who preyed upon allies, civilians, or innocents would meet the same silence, the same retribution. No empire dared challenge it. The Dominion had proven the cost. Xi whispered fear, eternal memory. Generations later, the galaxy would still tell the story. They would tell of the day humanity stopped being just another rising species, the day the silence of Earth's wrath became legend, the day fleets darker than night scoured tyrants from the stars. Children of alien worlds would be warned in whispers. Do not strike the helpless, do not provoke the humans, their vengeance is infinite. And so it was that the galaxy, once ruled by cruelty, reshaped itself around a single truth. Humanity had become the guardians of the galaxy, for real.